Hello one, hello all, it is the gothiest ghost of them all, Caspa in the flesh. This is the Critical Plug, and this is an album review of Caroline Polacheck-Desire. I Want to Turn Into You. Caroline Polacheck is a singer-songwriter of the art pop kind. You know, kind of like Kate Bush, Bjork, the greats. And she is formally a member of Chairlift, which disbanded a while ago, and then after that we got the fiery, absolutely fantastic Pang, which was definitely, more of the dreamy side of art pop. People were expecting bangers left and right, had a few bangers on there, but still a great album nonetheless. And after making a great debut, we got the teaser to this thing, which was Welcome to My Island, and I thought it was like an absolute banger. Still is a banger. Fire every time I listen to it. With these tropical, futuristic vibes that I love. I love the cybersynth arpeggios. I love how they like trickle across the track with these pumping background vocals, the vocoder synths, and the leads with these vocal leads with these wild, eccentric qualities to them. Like, she is just going off on this, kind of like a Tarzan type of yell, but in a very melodic way possible, with all respect. It's like going to an island, and it's beautiful, it's futuristic, but there's some sort of ominous feel there. Especially if she says, you ain't leaving. But yeah, like, it's like so triumphant. It's so beautiful. Like, the defiant guitar leads, which sound like something you would have got off of The Who with the Bob O'Reilly track, is on here. And it just kicks ass. And the blaring synths at the end of this thing just send me into this, like, outer body experience where I'm just floating above the island in, like, this futuristic world that's like a tropical island. That's what I'm getting from this. The song Pretty Impossible is another highlight for me, with these sticky melodies. I love the chugging, jingly groove to this beat. Kind of reminds me of like a hip-hop style drum pattern. I know that sounds weird, but it's infused in here and it's done really well. With these dreamlike keys, subterranean bass with her harmonious, blissful vocals just sway across the track, kind of building an entrancing rhythm to the track. And I love how elegant the strings are on this, and the catchy-ass melody. Da 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 da. We do like hit a few duds though. I don't really care for Bunny as a rider. I feel like it's minimal, but it's minimal in a useless type of way. Like, it really sounds like it's catering to the commercial pop, kind of catering to R&B, kind of catering to rap kind of thing, and not really done well. Not that she hasn't done the R&B style well, she has on the last album, but on this one it just sounds like a failed attempt. Like, it's trying to be a banger, but it's just a little too low key for it to actually be effective. Now, as much as I love Pang, I could see how this, if someone was to make the comparison between these two and say this one is the more snappy album, better yet, this is what they thought Pang was going to be, with how snappy it is, how exotic it is, how daring it is, how dreamy but dance-like the production is, or the straight-up flamenco style track on Sunset. Like, it just brings an excellent variety of, like, Latin style music with these Latin style guitar strumming, hand percussions, and these angelic, fluttering, operatic vocals that just make me ascend and send me into a dreamlike paradise state. Like I'm having a Latin party and I'm just floating above it and just twisting and turning as these operatic vocals just shower me with stars and magic. Which I know sounds crazy, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Crude drawing of an angel, however, is pretty much a non-starter for me. It kind of just lingers and doesn't exactly send me into euphoria. It sends me into a ripoff of Twin Peaks. Like, I don't know. It's like the synths don't really hit as well as I like them to. Like, this thing just doesn't have the punch or the allure that you would want in this type of influence, I would say. Yeah, it just pretty much falls flat for me, unfortunately. Things do pick up immediately, though, with another banger with these clashes of metallic synth hits. And I love the way the synth bass creates like this extra melody behind it for the track, just giving it like a futuristic nocturnal feel. And it kind of reminds me of Ace of Base in a way, like what they would have done back in the day. And the freestyle rhythms and the beat breaks just are just incredible. And the way the gospel-like organs come in at the end just really puts the icing on the freestyle gospel house music techno cake. Well, this is UK garage influence after all, so that's probably why. Also, for the most part, Caroline does do a lot of solo on here, but you do get some guests on here that you probably didn't expect, such as Grimes and the legendary Dido. Yeah, the Dido from the Stan song, and I Want to Thank You, and all the other classics she put out. And I do love how, like, when it comes to these features, that there are things that like complement their style. You get the very atmospheric, reverby, a cappella style from Grimes. You get the plucky acoustic style from Dido, which complements her style. And it just really, really creates like a lot of chemistry here, a lot of character to the track. And I love the fleeting psych flutes that fly through this thing as well. And if there's another thing I can compliment this album on, it is the sonic curveballs that this thing throws at you. Like the fiery, scorching bagpipes on Blood and Butter, the super galactic psych synths on beautiful Butterfly Net, where she's like singing about this relationship and this dishonesty, and she's just catching all the lies in a butterfly net. And it's pretty tragic. Like, there are a lot of songs here where you do kind of feel, no, you do feel for her love life, because there are a lot of lovesick themes going on here, especially on the end with Billions. But it's such a beautiful closer, such like an atmospheric closer. Like how she's head over heels for this individual, yearning for the closure. And I love the subtle sonic change-ups we have here, with the reverse textures, the blissful piano, and the kids chorus sounds beautiful with these slapping drums at the end. Really gives it that dreamlike finality that you would definitely want in a track like this, on an album like this. So yeah, great album again. From Caroline, she knocked it out the park again, this time with a lot more variety, and I love it. Love it so much. I am feeling a 4 out of 5 on this thing. If you've checked this out, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And why? And that's it. Let me know what your thoughts are. You know, if they're in the middle, if they're great, if they're negative, whatever. Just let me know in the comments. Excuse me. Caroline Polacheck-Desire, I want to turn into you. Caspa, the Gothic Ghost. Till we meet again.